In January of 2021, we spent over $3,500 running a quiz to over 2,000 entrepreneurs to test their messaging sophistication. Now, the results we got back were shocking. We found a lot of really common mistakes, and I'll break those down for you right now to see if you are making those same mistakes. So keep on watching. So let's start off by going through question number 1 on the quiz. Now, question number 1 was, how are you adding value in your audience's lives with your content? And I want to ask you that question right now. How are you adding value into your audience's life? Now, if you're like most people that took the quiz, the most common answer was, I focus on topics that will highlight my area of expertise or zone of genius, aka how-to and educational content. Number 2, I don't have much of an audience yet. Okay, I guess that's common for a lot of new entrepreneurs. And this third most common answer was, I primarily use educational how-to content to teach new skills. Now, this has to be the number 1 mistake that most people make with their content. And the example I love using is Simon Sinek. When you watch Simon Sinek, is he focusing mostly on step by step by step, tutorials and tutorials and tutorials? No. He teaches by shifting perspective. He gets you to see something different. Now, there's other ways to add value inside of your audience's life, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to go to question number 6. And question number 6 is, have you identified both of your avatar identities that you need to speak to inside of your content? The most common answer was, I didn't even know that there were 2 avatar identities. I thought it was just 1. And the second most common answer was, I don't even know my avatar. Well, if you don't know your avatar, who are you supposed to speak to inside of your content? Now, question number 1 and question number 6 actually go hand in hand. The most people think that you need to add value by giving out more and more and more information. And the problem with that is that when you do that, you start saying the same thing as all the other experts. And yeah, you might be sitting there going, Brandon, well, my teachings are different than competitor A, B, and C. But the problem is your audience doesn't perceive them that way. When you and your competitors are all doing how to lose weight, how to do this, how to whatever it is that you do, how to make a graphic, how to make a video, just based off the titles, the audience perceives all of those the same, even though the content within those videos might be slightly different. So you start blending in with all the other experts because you're focusing on educational content. So that raises the question, well, how do we add value without relying on giving out more and more information? And that actually brings me to number 6, which is identity. Inside of your brand, inside of your ecosystem, you want to have 2 identities. You want to have the identity of who your audience wants to become and who they currently are. This creates a demand gap. As they consume your content, that demand gap gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But we can also use identity to add value into someone's life. And Gary Vaynerchuk is a perfect example of this. Gary Vaynerchuk's content reinforces the identity of his audience. He doesn't rely on a lot of tutorials and educational content, but he reinforces the identity of the entrepreneur. That is one way to add value, and that's why avatars are so important. Avatars are identities. If you can start to reinforce the identity of your audience, it makes them feel seen. It makes them feel accepted for who they are. So now when you combine reinforcing identity with education and the final step, removing beliefs that are causing suffering inside of your audience's life, you get this beautiful trifecta of content that adds value inside of your audience's lives in 3 different ways. And this is how we start to craft really effective messaging that stands out, that's polarizing, that is extremely helpful by both taking unhelpful things away and also adding helpful things. It allows them to feel accepted, and it allows them to like you for who you are because of shared identities. So this quiz was really revealing. It revealed a lot of where people are, and it probably revealed a lot of where you might be as well. So my question to you is, how did you answer those 2 questions? Where's your messaging sophistication at? Are you saying and doing the same thing as everyone else and blending in? Leave me a comment below by your biggest breakthrough or aha. And if there's other things that we can help you with, let us know by leaving a comment below, and we'll do it in a future video. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.